Good evening. What we have in front of us, we've already done most of the fall. I think all of the fall with the exception of golf bags. So we have, I think, the lion's share of most of the new uniforms and things. We are still waiting on, I believe, cheerleading is still outstanding. Still have it? Oh, we have it. Okay. All right. So I think that we have the lion's share of it here. I noticed that one thing that Mr. Cantrell wanted me to mention is that maybe the difference, they had some estimated costs, and there is a difference. It's a little higher. We picked some really great colors for our new school. What we did not pick were stock colors for our new schools, and by that you can buy a lot of items that are, red and royal blue, green and gold, or some standard school colors that go together. So what we end up having to do in the uniform variety is buy custom, which is just a different line, and they're custom made. And some of them have begun to come in. I think Mr. Vaughn had one of the football uniforms, but I think you take it home. Okay. Anyway, he had one of those. They look great. The ones that have come in have looked great, and like I said, we have great colors. But stock is 30 to 35% higher than when you buy the custom is 30 to 35% higher than when you buy stock. So we will buy a lot of custom anyway, just because they look better. But those are the items that we have. They are coming in. Like I said, some of the fall stuff has already come in. The rest of it will be coming in. What is outstanding there, I think, is we have football reconditioning, shoulder pads, those things. Okay. There was a little bit of a discrepancy there that I think he wanted me to address. Is why I was here. The helmets, we have about half of the helmet stock that we'll use going forward currently was in the Alleghany High School stock. Of the other 50%, a little bit less than 50% of that, 50%, probably 2/3 of that was at Covington High School, and about 1/3 was at Clifton Middle School. Some of Clifton Middle School's helmets are youth models, which are perfectly okay for that level, unusable for the high school level. Some of the varsity models will be at the middle school as well. But we are going to have, those are all, Covington's were obviously gold, Clifton Middle Schools were navy. We made the decision to switch all of them to white. That's not a big deal. They get painted every year regardless of what you have. The difference in cost will be the color of the face mask. We have red at Alleghany, it has to go. So we could have saved some money if we kept the navy face mask. We would have had to replace some just for use. None of the metal can show on them, or you have to replace them. I got with Mr. Cantrell. We would like to go to all white, and there is a little bit of a different cost because we are changing all 120 helmets as opposed to about just 65, which would have been the Alleghany. We could have changed those to just navy if we wanted to. Changing the shell to white, with the fact that all of the interior padding is white, we just thought it looked better. We just think it would be a better looking helmet. My reasoning for that is I think all of you are on board with this, have heard this. We only have one chance to get this right with the kids and get them excited and get them out. And believe it or not, the uniforms that we purchased are awesome. They're the kinds that the kids really want. If you don't have them, they're the kinds that the kids notice on other teams. And the change in his helmet and the sharper up look on it, I think is going to attract more kids. And that's what we want to do, just to sell it to them right now, get them out there, and I think we hit the ground running. So it is a little bit more of an expenditure, about $3,000, and I just think it's going to be money well spent. And I'll entertain any questions if anybody has.
I apologize, I haven't been through all of these items, but wrestling mats, is that going to be part of the gym outfit, or is that part of this,
That would come out of athletics budget, my knowledge.
so would that be part of,
It's not part of the project I'm going to speak about tonight.
We have one map that could possibly be re-lettered. It's black. It has light blue markings on it. The markings are wearing off. It's an A. It's not the A that we have now. We could look into getting that re-lettered. It would probably be beneficial to have one at each school, at the middle school and at the high school. And so, I guess we'll look at it. It's $8,000 to $10,000 as a wrestling mat.
I just noticed that of course, our two wrestling mats don't match.
They do not. We have an older one that is very cumbersome. It's the one that everybody knows about. It's in 3 sections, and each section weighs about 800 pounds. And then we have the Flexilite is the one we use now, which is much more manageable. It's still in pretty good shape, except for, like I said, the markings need to be looked at. And I think you can get them remarked, but if we were to get another one, we would definitely want one of those. It's just easier to move, easier to store.
I think that would be money well spent.
Mr. Fields, this $183,000 total at the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
is that before the 30% additional?
No, that's it. I mean, we've those are all been, like I said, they've been ordered, purchased. They're coming in. So
I wasn't sure if that was 183 or supposed to be 238.
do what now?
I wasn't sure if that was the 183 was correct or if we were looking at 238 for 30%.
As far as I know, from dealing with Mr. Cantrell, actually the 183 is the number.
Yeah, they quote they're all in
Yeah, and they're in there one by one. We ordered mostly Nike stuff for the uniforms, and it, like I said, it looks great. What's coming in.
Thank you very much.
I see cheerleading on here, but what line item do those fabulous band uniforms come on?
These are in the last
Yeah, I think they were in the one previous. Yeah, I think it was subcontracted because I think we dealt with BSN like we did for all the uniforms and the branding, and I believe they had to subcontract the band. It's not something they do typically.
Yeah, it's already ordered. Yeah, they're already ordered.
Yeah, they're already, yeah.
But it comes out of a different, it's not out of the athletic budget. It's probably out of.
So Rebecca may speak to this with more expertise, but these expenditures are primarily coming out of what we call Fund 14, which is the money reserved for the consolidation. So importantly, they're not decreasing expenditures on any form of instruction or anything of that nature. It's the money that the state allocated to us to help us rebrand. And they're kind of coming through in flights, right? So
Yes.
greatly appreciate Will's work and Karen's work in organizing all of this. And there'll be another flight behind us. This is definitely not
And there's been a
all.
flight before this one.
Right.
And
Right.
they were in that flight.
Yes.
So just as a little reminder that these did come out of the consolidation, and the colors were chosen by the students. We gave them options of the 2 former Clifton Forge colors, the Clifton Middle School colors, Covington High School colors, and the Alleghany colors, and we gave them combinations of all of them. And these are the ones that the students overwhelmingly chose were the 2 blues. So.
And they're very excited about them. I've heard no negative about the uniforms they've seen or the colors. I think that they're very excited. I've been in both schools and shown some of the uniforms around, and the kids are excited about it. I think that's what they wanted, and I think that a lot of what we hear is, when we go other places, why don't we have this, why don't we have that? Well, we have a lot of it now. So I think they're excited to take and have some of these things when they finally get into the new schools.
I was, not to interject, Will, but I was trying to find the reference to when that first set of expenditures were approved. I believe it's approximately December, but I was trying to verify that for you all.
Any other questions for Mr. Fields? Thanks, sir.
All right, thank you.